Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Khalila Dalila binti Khairul Azmi, 23 DRS 281057. Here our group going to present subtopic for Chapter 7, Industrial Dispute. Before we go any further, let's see what is industrial dispute. According to the Industrial Dispute Act 1947 Section 2 Clause K, industrial dispute means any dispute or difference between employers and employers or between employers and workmen or between workmen and workmen, which is connected with the employment or non-employment or the terms of employment or with the conditions of labor of any person. It also can be simplified as a conflict or a difference in opinion between management and workers regarding employment. And during industrial dispute, both the party try to pressurize each other to agree with their terms and conditions. Every act has their own objective and goals. Same goes to industrial dispute in organization. In organization, industrial dispute function to secure industrial peace and harmony by providing mechanism and procedure for the investigation and settlement of industrial dispute. As can be seen, industrialization has always benefited employment, national income, per capita income, export and economic progress. But it has also always resulted in industrial dispute due to a conflict of interest between management and labor. While management seek to maximize profit, workers seek a boost in compensation, employment stability, talent protection, and improvement in their position and working condition. As the result, the people in charge of the factor of production and the people who create always have competing or opposing interests, which leads to
Hi, my name is Muhammad Zulairi and my number metric is F1061. So what is the type of industrial dispute? So first one, interest dispute, are also called dispute of interest or economic dispute. So what causes the dispute in organization? The demands or proposal for improvement in wages, benefit, job security or terms or condition of employment. Interest dispute must be properly negotiated or bargained, and tests of economic power should be avoided as far as possible. Next is right dispute. Strike dispute are also called as conflict of right or legal dispute. This dispute takes place from day-to-day working relation in the undertaking. It is a protest by the workers against the act of management that deprive the right of employees. The grievance dispute arises out payment of wages, benefit, working hours, overtime, seniority and health-related aspects. If disputes are not sorted out in accordance with a procedure, it often resulting in disturbing working relationship between the management and employees. Next is unfair labor practices dispute. It is a common type of dispute in industrial relation. The management discriminate against workers on the ground that they are the members of the trade union and they participate in the activities of the union. Unfair labor practice include pressure on employees when they exercise their right to organize, take part in union activities, refuses to bargain, recruiting new employees during a strike, creating an act of force or violence, or stop communication. Lastly is recognition dispute. Arises when the management of an organization dislike and refuses to recognize a trade union for the purpose of collective bargaining or to represent its member employees in case of a conflict or dispute. Then it becomes a case of trade union victimization.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Afif Haris bin Momaza. My matrix number F1045. I want to explain about common economic causes of dispute. They have four examples. The first one is low wage, second dearness allowance, working condition, and the lastly is working hours. The first one, low wage. This will make labor's minimum requirement extremely difficult. For example, food and household items. Worker demand which they are relative to the amount of work they do. Such demands result in labor dispute. The second is dearness allowance. The cost of living as the year progresses. Another factor causing labor dispute is the rising cost of living. So the workers demand additional pay to help stabilize the situation. The third is working condition. The old machine and a lack of safety provisions are both common characteristic of industrial units. This is critical for employees to be able to work comfortably and safely. Worker demands for better working condition also contributes to the industrial dispute. And the lastly is working hours. Working hours also another source of contention between employers and employees. Employers who pay low wage to employees who work overtime. This is also a source of contention in labor dispute.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Intan Alia binti Amir Hamzah. My matrix number is 23-20F1007 and I am from DLS 4B. So today I'm going to present about my part, which is direct negotiation. So first of all, direct negotiation is a process of negotiating terms of employment and other conditions of work between the representative of management and organized labor. Okay, it happens when negotiation between two parties is in organization without outsider or third party. Direct negotiation results in a workable contract when it is conducted in good faith and is free of intimidation and coercion. Okay, a labor contract is a collective agreement between the labor representatives and management for the sale of labor service at specified wage rates, hours of work, and other employment and working conditions for a specified period of time. Okay, the contract usually calls for the agreement to be enforced and administered jointly. Responsible labor leaders and employers are increasingly settling their disagreements at the negotiating table rather than through industrial warfare. Okay, the process of bargaining and resolving also disputes is frequently aided by outside assistance in the form of conciliation, mediation, or arbitration.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Amarizani Benisi, number matrix F2085. I will explain about conciliation. Conciliation is a process by which representatives of workers and employers are brought together before a third party with a view to persuade them to arrive at an agreement by mutual discussion between them. Common conflict between employees and employers are such as improvement in pay or working conditions, disciplinary cases, and grading issues. A third party or mediator known as a conciliator must function as a neutral and unbiased chairperson in meetings and negotiations. The conciliator may have no power to force a settlement but can work with the parties individually to determine their respective position, point out previously unseen basis for agreement, and generally facilitate to reach of an agreement. Usually, this method is used for settlement without being taken to court trial, which is more complicated and will take longer. There are many benefits to this method of conciliation, including ensuring the expertise of decision makers, time and cost efficiency, and ensuring confidentiality.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Azhar Hikabe Muhammad Fairuz. My matric number is 23DLS20F1039. Okay, today I would like to talk about the arbitration. Okay, arbitration is a procedure in which a neutral third party studies the bargaining situation, listen to both the parties and gather information, then makes recommendations that are binding on the parties. Okay, arbitration listen to the facts and evidence and renders recommendation. Arbitration is resort to by the parties to arrive at a settlement by voluntary method. The parties to the dispute may then appoint an arbitrator and refer the dispute to him. The arbitration award is binding upon the parties who refer the dispute to arbitration. Arbitration can be either voluntary or compulsory. Arbitration provides justice at the minimum cost. An industrial dispute may be referred to an arbitrator by a written agreement entered into by employer and employees at any time before referring dispute to a labor court or industrial tribunal or national tribunal.
Hi, my name is Siti Azina binti Arabi. My number is 23 S20F1053. Meaning of mediation is an attempt to settle disputes with the help of any outside who attempt to similar level and management to reach some type of agreement. For example, the mediator, unlike an arbitrator, cannot decide the issue. He listens, suggests, communicates, and he swears. He do not give any award. Mediation is used to resolve disagreement around workplace, relationship with the other disputes, such as pay or issue related to dismissals or conditions. You can use mediation to resolve firstly, bully and harassment, second, communication problem, third, personality clash, fourth, relationship breakdown.